Hello, guys. This is your host Elias once again back with another episode of Showtime. And this summer is going to be a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fun. We are going to talk about football less, other things more, and that's going to be fun about it. So basically, I got this idea from my very good friend Will Stewart, who has started this summer series where he talks about summer fragrances, sunglasses, and all those kind of things. So I thought let's just take a bit of bits. You guys know, yeah, I like to take the piss out of things. So let's make a few jokes about all those things. And yeah, so what I'll do every weekend on Sunday night is that I would be making jokes about my top five jokes about things related to summer, whether it be sunglasses, whether it be summer fragrances, whether it be whatever, whatever that Will would discuss on Saturday, I'll do that on Sunday. I'll make jokes about that on a Sunday. So that's going to be us for the next 2 months until the preseason starts, and then maybe we'll do some preseason stuff. But yes, we will talk about Spurs as usual. We will be talking all that stuff, the usual Spursy discussions about who is going to be the manager, who is going to go on loan, who is coming back, where is Harry Kane going, all that stuff we will be discussing. And yes, this will be the time where you guys can also come up and have your say, what you guys want to talk about, and then we'll see where the stream goes. I don't know how long will the streams last. I would probably fit that time for you guys that, yeah, you guys can have longer time. If you all want to come on, the link is in the chat, the link is in the description. If any of you are interested in that sort of stuff, you like to make jokes, you like to take the piss out of things, that's you. That's your time, guys. Seriously. So let's look at the chat. Who's there? We have Luca. Big up, Luca. Good to see you. We got Ahmad. Big up, brothers. Smash the like. Thanks, Ahmad. And we have Swisty. Hit that like and share. Thank you all. Okay, guys. So it's me alone at the moment. So I'm actually going to spend some time looking at my top five dad jokes about sunglasses. Let me have a look. Dad jokes about sunglasses. Okay. Let's check that. Okay. This one. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? Joke number five. That's joke number five on the list, guys. What is brown? I'm putting in the chat as well. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? That's joke number five. Okay. Joke number five on my top five jokes for dad jokes for sunglasses is, what is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? Any guesses in the chat? Anybody want to take a guess what it could be? So that's joke number five, guys. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? Any guesses? Any guesses? I don't think anybody is there or anybody wants to try, because my dad jokes are always very lame. Nobody wants to give it a try. Let's see. The answer is Bobby. That's a good one, Swifty. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? Swifty say Bobby K. Swifty, try one more time. No, it's not Bobby K, but big up. Joke number five. What is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses? The answer to that is The answer to that is coconut on a vacation. Coconut on a vacation is brown, hairy, and wears sunglasses. That's joke number five. Okay. So yeah, you can play that joke when you're out with your friends on a summer vacation at some beach and enjoying the summer breeze at a beach. Make that joke. Usually, actually, guys, let me tell you guys a thing. Usually, if you want to impress a girl these days, last time, yeah, the girls used to like stuff like they used to like all those macho men and all that. These days, the girls they like the kind of guys who can make them laugh. And so the best thing that you can do nowadays is like go and tell them this kind of jokes and start the conversation from jokes. It really builds up. Like really, you can get girls fun. Seriously, I'm not joking. Seriously, you can impress girls with jokes. Believe me. I've tried that, and I'm single. Just kidding. Joke number four. Joke number four is so. Joke number four is okay. Joke number four. What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? Big up, Scott M. Big up, big up. Yeah, Scott, the thing is, I'm actually telling just five jokes only about sunglasses. So after that, actually, I'm going to talk about football. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry. I'm actually going to talk about Harry Kane and all that usual stuff. It's just that I thought it's summer. The guys want to chill a bit. They want to go on summer vacation with girlfriends. They don't know how to start a conversation with a girl. You can start with a dad joke. Actually, it really helps these days. Like start a conversation with a girl by telling a dad joke. It really helps. You can impress that girls at resort. You can impress girls at beach, anywhere, on a cold windy night, whatever. Sorry, not on a cold windy night because it's summer. Sorry. I guess Scott, in Canada, is still kind of like cold and windy at night. Is it? But jokes are fun, man. Like, what else to do? Seriously, you want me to talk about Ange Postecoglou and Hurricane going to Real Madrid? All that is kind of sad. I mean, Ange Postecoglou coming, at least finally became a manager, but other than that, everything else is sad at Spurs, guys. Seriously, like I don't want to talk about sad stuff. I like to have a bit of fun, guys. Seriously, I don't like to be stressed, depressed with all the usual stuff that we always talk about. So I thought, let's do something different. So, anyways, joke number four, guys. What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? Swifty, any try on this one? What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? That's my joke number four on the list of top five jokes. What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? Any tries on this, guys? Anybody want to give a try? Anybody? Anybody? Scotty, why don't you try this one? What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? By the way, there's five of you watching. If any of you want to jump on and come and talk to me about this thing, or if you got any better jokes, seriously, like if any of you have better jokes, you think that you can joke better than me, come and tell me your jokes, your best summer jokes, and then we will discuss that on the stream rather than talking just me telling you my jokes. You guys can come and tell me your jokes. Joke number four. What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? Give it a try, guys. Give it a try. Give it a try. What do you call a skinny man in sunglasses? Anybody wanna give a try? Nobody. Okay. Nobody. I guess you guys don't like that jokes. A skinny man wearing a sunglasses is called A skinny man in the sunglasses is called Slim Shady. So a skinny man in a sunglasses is called Slim Shady. That's joke number 4. Okay. Joke number 3 on my list of top 5 jokes is, but these fellas don't want to come on, purposely don't want to come on actually and have a say because I'm making jokes. The moment I'm gonna finish started jokes, everybody's gonna jump on. But big up to you, Grumpy Grandpa. I can't see what you put in there. I guess it's something interesting. Oh, okay. You're making this face. But big up to you, Grumpy Grandpa. Joke number 3 on my top 5 sunglasses jokes. Why can't sunglasses have political opinions? Why can't sunglasses have political opinions? Any guesses? Any guesses? Anybody wanna throw in just a guess? Just simply just let me know. Why can't sunglasses have political opinions? Joke number 3. Why can't sunglasses have political opinions? Yes, you're right. Because they are too polarizing. Big up to you, Grumpy Grandpa. You're right. The sunglasses cannot have political opinions because they are too polarizing. You're kind of smart. Or did you Google it, Grumpy Grandpa? Because I also take these jokes from Google. I don't write these jokes, by the way, guys. I'm not that free to write jokes and all that. I just Google these jokes and then pick up my top 5. It's not that tough of a thing to do. So I just go on Google and choose a couple of jokes. Seriously, it's fun. That's joke number 3 on the list. Joke number 2. Joke number 2. Joke number 2 is, what does a pigeon with sunglasses on say? What does a pigeon with sunglasses on say? Joke number 2 is, what does a pigeon with sunglasses on say? Anybody want to take a guess on this one? What does a pigeon with the sunglasses on say? What does a pigeon with the sunglasses on say? What does a pigeon with sunglasses on say? Any guesses? If not, let me tell you. So a pigeon with the sunglasses on say, "Coo man coo." That's a good one, actually, Grumpy Grandpa. That's a good one. That's a good one. Like a pigeon with pass me the ball, Emerson. I guess the pigeon is Richarlison. That's a good one. A pigeon with sunglasses on say, "Coo man coo, coo man coo." And that's my last one. A son to a father. This is my joke number 1. The joke of the day is, Joke of the day. Son to father. Hey dad, have you seen my sunglasses? Hey dad, have you seen my sunglasses? Son to father. What do you think the dad would reply? The dad replied, no, son, have you seen my dad glasses? That's joke of the day, guys. And that gives you my top 5 jokes for the day. And now, if anybody wants to come on and you don't like dad jokes and you want to hop on or you want to have your say, put your stuff in the comments. I'm done with the jokes for today. I hope so. If nobody comes on and talk about Spurs, I will have to make more jokes to keep you guys entertaining. For the 5 of you there, big up to every single one of you in the chat and the comments and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, you want to get more of those kind of dad jokes, or you like Spursy sort of discussions, all that sort of stuff, give this link a like and subscribe, and then you can always catch me on Sundays around this time. We'll be talking about this. Big up to you, Luca. Luca, if you want to come on, Luca, would you like to come on as well? We can have some Arsenal chat today, and see where does the discussion go. Sorry, I was loving my cat. I was loving my cat. She gets like that. Oh, no worries, Swifty. You can look at all the jokes later on. They're kind of funny, but Swifty, yes, you're kind of racist tinge into the jokes. Jokes kind of made it a bit hilarious as well. But yeah, big up, bro. Um, yeah. So today we are actually going to talking about few subjects regarding Spurs. First of all, Harry Kane has been lately linked with Real Madrid. Any thoughts on that, guys? Uh, Apparently, Carlo Ancelotti he has asked like Real Madrid to sign Harry Kane as a replacement for Benzema. Harry Kane as a replacement for Benzema, and there's a possible, and apparently Harry Kane is willing to go to Real Madrid, if not to another Premier League club. Like, let's say if the Manchester United move doesn't work out, Harry Kane is willing, or he is happy to join Real Madrid. I don't know what you guys think about that, but according to some sources lately I was reading on, that both Carlo Ancelotti and both Harry Kane, they are kind of interested in the So they are both kind of interested in what you call it, in that particular move. Let me just get my sources right there for this news particularly. The Spurs news the other day posted that. Yeah, so the Madrid news is true. So Kane wants Real Madrid. Uh, so apparently Kane wants Real Madrid. According to Relevo Lear 2, Harry Kane wants to join Real Madrid this summer. He prefers it over Manchester United, according to Relevo. And Carlo Ancelotti has said that Harry Kane, I'm sure you all are curious to see what will happen next season. Harry Kane is a top player, but we have to respect Tottenham. He's a Tottenham player. I can guarantee to you that Real Madrid will have a competitive team again next season. So in that comment, actually, like this is what Carlo Ancelotti said. Let me try if I can put that in the comments and then bring that up for you guys. So Carlo Ancelotti has said that here. So this is what Carlo Ancelotti has said. Harry Kane, I'm sure you all curious to see what will happen next season. Apparently, I think he's referring to Harry Kane and his situation, also about the situation that's with Real Madrid, because they all know that Benzema is leaving, and they have to sign a new striker as well. So that's why Carlo is saying that I'm sure you all are curious to see what will happen next season. Harry Kane is a top player, but we have to respect Tottenham. He's a Tottenham player. I don't know what he means. Like seriously, maybe he's trying to like work out because he has some really good relations with Daniel Levy, and as we all know that Daniel Levy has always sold some of his best players to Real Madrid or Manchester United. For example, the likes of Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, and now Harry Kane. So it's interesting. I think maybe he's trying to not sound it like he doesn't want to jump the gun until Daniel Levy has started some form of discussion. So maybe that's why he's saying that. I can guarantee you that Real Madrid would have a competitive team again next season. Um, I guess he's kind of hinting. He's not directly saying that he is interested in Harry Kane, but probably there is some form of a spark there in that discussion. And Carlo Ancelotti does rate Harry Kane quite highly, as I would say, in a way. So that's why I guess that's from where this conversation is arising now. Um, so that's Ancelotti on Kane. The other news is that Madrid news is actually true. So Fabrizio Romano, Tier 1, has reported that Real Madrid are interested in Harry Kane. It's true, but Daniel Levy will try his best to keep him. Uh, this one was I think reported yesterday that Real Madrid are interested in Harry Kane, according to Fabrizio Romano, but Daniel Levy is trying his best to keep him. My thoughts on this one, this particular news is that if Real Madrid are interested in Harry Kane, it's true, yes, and Harry Kane does want to leave and he wants to go to Real Madrid. It's a tough one. Like, let's say we all know we love Harry Kane, and I'm of the opinion that without Harry Kane, we will be struggling this season. The next season, it will be a tough season for us, guys. In all honesty, if Harry Kane leaves, we don't have a proper striker. We are not attracting any top players because we are not in the Champions League. We have no game changer in a way in our team if Harry Kane was to leave. So, like, really, how much can Harry Kane trust Daniel Levy this time? Like, maybe Daniel Levy would bring in Postecoglou, and maybe Postecoglou comes in, you have a managerial bounce, Harry Kane is staying for like a few more games, who knows? And then suddenly everything drops again, as usual. What happened? Daniel Levy would not back Postecoglou. There will be no good summer signings. The key issues are not addressed, and then the same old drama keeps on repeating, and repeating. And I know that a lot of fans are of the opinion that yes, if Harry Kane wants to leave, he's Judas. If he goes to Chelsea, he's Judas. If he goes to any Premier League club, it's Judas. And I mean, I wouldn't want to see Harry Kane personally leave. I love Harry Kane. I mean, uh, I'm a big Harry Kane fan as well. As much as I love Son, I love Harry Kane as well. I wouldn't want to see that happening. And but unfortunately, I think we have to be a bit fair with Harry Kane as well. That if he wants to leave, if he's trying to be a bit more ambitious in his career, and he wants to win trophies, he wants to have his hands on those kind of titles, and he deserves that, guys. Seriously, like a player at his level, he gets loads of shit for being a Tottenham player who is not backed by Daniel Levy in terms of managers, and Daniel Levy always stirs the shit, and he always create the problems for not just Harry Kane, the managers that comes in, the likes of Son as well. It is BS. It is bollocks every single season when Daniel Levy do this kind of nonsense. It's annoying, guys, seriously. And I mean, we as fans feel it. We as fans always cry about it. We as fans have been asking for a change. We have been asking for something different every season, and Daniel Levy every season screws it up. And we all hate Daniel Levy so much. This guy, he has spent like more than half of like his entire career under that ball-headed Daniel Levy. Not just ball-headed, sorry, and no offense to the ball people. I mean, I'm going to get bald. My dad's a ball man as well. No offense to the ball guys. But seriously, that guy is just dumb-headed, deluded. He doesn't know a thing about business. He has made fans dumb. He thinks that fans are dumb. He treat fan base like nonsense. Seriously, And if we are frustrated to that extent, I can totally understand why would Harry Kane want to leave, and what and he it would really make sense to me that if Harry Kane were to go, I would be happy. I would not just be happy that the fact that he has given that much time to us at Tottenham over the years under that shit, that whole lot of shit that we have dealt with. I respect him. I'll respect him always, guys. Seriously, I'll respect him wherever he goes. Not only I'll respect him. Let's say if he goes to another league, maybe it would spark a bit of interest for me to follow that league a bit more closely. Like let's say if he goes to Real Madrid, I would really hope that yes, Real Madrid win big titles next season with Harry Kane. They win maybe Champions League next season again. They win the La Liga again with Harry Kane. I would love to see that happening for Harry Kane because I applaud, I salute Harry Kane for what he has done for Tottenham, and in my opinion, I would really it would really help me not to just focus on the Premier League itself, but really go into and support looking at other leagues like that. That would be my kind of thing for Harry Kane. Like I would really sentimentally be happy for it, and maybe one day, let's say, I hope really one day after Hurricane leaves and this guy Daniel Levy does go somewhere else, then probably I will think that yes, maybe towards the end of the career, Hurricane might want to come back. Who knows? But Grumpy Grandpa says Richarlison will step up Spurs for Tottenham. Richarlison. I don't know what that guy would step up. Probably his pigeon dance is quite good. He can wear his sunglasses and do a bit of pigeon dance. That would be a bit more interesting. But no, uh, no big hopes from that guy. Like I haven't seen anything big from him that I can say that he's a game changer. He is a hurricane type of player. I know a lot of people think that and it's true, I guess, that he was bought as a replacement for Hurricane, given his performances at Everton and that sort of stuff. But lately, since he has come to Tottenham, he has not performed, guys. Seriously, like those people who think that Richarlison has confidence. Richarlison has energy. Richarlison has passion. You can smell his energy, like how Dante HFC would say. I don't agree with all of that. Seriously, guys. Like in my opinion, that's whole loads of it's just feelings and there's nothing behind it. Richarlison has done nothing for us to say that yes, he will step up Spurs for Tottenham and all that sort of stuff. So I personally think that no, Richarlison, not that guy that I can actually trust with. I guess if you want someone, the best deal, some of the deals that we could try striking is like try get maybe someone like Dusan Vlahovic from Juve if he wants to leave and if he is willing to come to Premier League. Uh, let's see. Richarlison and Furuhasi leading the line. Watch out, PL. Actually, Scott, Furuhashi is not that bad, guys. Seriously, Furuhashi, he if Ange Postecoglou is coming, I think Furuhashi might give you guys better performances than what Richarlison would give. Seriously, and I'm not kidding. I think Furuhashi would give better performances compared to Richarlison. If he were to come to Spurs, so because I've looked at that guy a few times as well, and his stats are not that bad. Like in 56 games for Celtic, he has scored about 39 goals since 2021. It's not a bad stat. And if I were to compare that to Richarlison has probably played more and he has lesser goals for Tottenham. Like Richarlison has played 135 plus 27 is about 135 plus 27, 162 games, and Richarlison has only 44 goals. He has only scored one goal for Tottenham in 27 appointments. So yeah, it is a bit tricky, guys. Seriously. So in my opinion, Richarlison is not the guy, but Furuhashi, if he were to come with Postecoglou, I won't be that mad. But let's see what the comments think. In my opinion, Real Madrid has a hurricane-shaped hole, but the relationship between Spurs, Dan and Levy, and Real Madrid is all-time low after haggling, Bale deal, Dele Alli drama, and so on. I get that, but I think Florentina Perez and Daniel Levy are still kind of close. I think maybe the previous managers and the previous footballing director had probably that sort of issues, or has Real Madrid actually since changed their footballing director? Let me just check. Who is Real Madrid's footballing director? I get that. I get that particular idea. Um, However, I think Daniel Levy would never, ever, ever try to sell a player like Harry Kane to a team like Manchester United. Uh, given that Manchester United is also in Premier League and also they are doing well in the Ten Hag, I think he will give them a tough time. Seriously, guys. His relationship with Madrid is with United is worse in my opinion than his relationship with Madrid with all that stuff. Uh, he has had some really bad deals at crack with Madrid. Like you guys won't believe, like the Dele Ali, that United came after Dele Ali as well. At one point, they came after players like Eric Dyer, and Levy tried haggling those deals to, like, I think United at one point, and I'm not kidding, I'm not making it up. A lot of people think that this is made up. Like at one point, United were willing to pay about 40-50 million for Eric Dyer, and Levy was negotiating on that. He wanted like 60 or 65 million or something like that for Eric Dyer, guys. Can you imagine? And that deal actually crumbled. And since then, the relationship with Manchester United has also been not that great. So yeah, Harry Kane number 10 says more drama at Spurs, but do we deserve this drama at this club under this product? But do we deserve this drama at this club under this predictable ownership? More drama, I suppose. I think we do deserve this drama as Tottenham fans because we have allowed this to happen over the years that we have. Uh, in my opinion, they do deserve this. They don't want to take responsibility, and like the kind of bollocks and the stupid nonsense sometimes this fan base comes up with, like the recent one. By the way, sorry guys, let me bring on Minerals. Big up Minerals FC, up the Minerals, Motherongans, bro.
Yeah, man. Come on, G. Come on, Elias. Yeah. What are you saying?
Yeah, we are talking about Harry Kane. He's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think it's more likely to Madrid, to be honest, because like United, like over the past few years, you're kind of you're like relations with United are breaking down. Like we tried to get Ericsson stuff and stuff like that. But before it was good. You'd saw like Berbatov and those guys to United, but right now it's kind of
Yeah.
broken because you've been getting top four quite a bit.
Yep. But let me just look at the comments and then we talk about it. More drama is Spurs, but we deserve this drama. Yeah, so basically I think the fans do deserve this drama. United in a better position to challenge for domestic trophies. United are 2-3 players away from challenging, in my opinion. I
Yeah,
agree, but
man.
guys, seriously, if United is in that pole position, City won't slack as well. Like City is still gonna buy a few more players this season again, and City are on a run. Like seriously, guys, that guy Erling Haaland, he's a monster. Seriously, like
Erling
the way
Haaland,
he bang in goals, and
he's
he's
scary,
the
man.
minerals general in terms of goals. Am I right, minerals?
Yeah, man, he's a real minerals general, bro. Elite goal scorer.
Yeah, man. Seriously, like
And you had the wrong like Rory Jennings doubting him, saying that he won't score 15 goals in the Premier League. Absolute wrong ones, man.
sorry.
You had people like Rory Jennings doubting him. That's Chelsea guy that has a big platform.
Those guys are stupid. Basically, they are dumb, deluded. They think that Mason Mount is better than. Some of them think that Mason Mount is better than Erling Haaland. They are absolutely dumb.
No, no,
And
no. I mean, they never compared Mount to Haaland. They said and stuff like that. They said that Haaland won't score 15 goals. They didn't compare anything to Mount.
yeah, I mean, if he has an injury or fitness issue like that, then maybe I understand that. But at his best, he can score better than that. Like I think per season with the kind of team that he has in City, he'll score better than that. But let me look at some of the comments. Richarlison costs 60 million. All we get is a player who gets stuck in. Yeah,
Exactly.
it cost 60 million. I don't blame Richarlison for that, guys, but seriously, he was not worth 60 million. Seriously,
He
he was
wasn't
not
worth
worth
it.
60 million. it's Daniel Levy who strikes such a bad deal, in my opinion. Like, why would you get a player on that is 60 million and then he sits on the bench? It's Daniel Levy's fault. It's not Richarlison's fault as well. I get that, but even then, Richarlison, he needs to feel that yes, the club has spent money on him. He needs to step up as well.
He
He
needs
needs
to
to
play
up his
better,
game.
man.
He needs to show something, but he's not doing that. He's a bang average player at the moment. Looking from
Yeah,
like then Yuma has looked better than him then in that case, guys.
exactly. Yeah, they both have the same amount of goals, man. Richarlison's a fraud, mate. You know what I mean? Like he only scored like 13 goals at Everton in a season, and
Yep.
Daniel Levy and shows Daniel Levy ain't got the minerals, man. He's always doing nursery rhymes FC and not backing the manager. Who knows? Conte didn't want Richarlison again.
Yeah, man. Seriously, like I don't get that. The amount of shit Erling Haaland get. Yes, okay. I understand if somebody tell me that if Harry Kane would have been in the same team, maybe he would have scored as many goals as Haaland. I get that. Yes, I think if Harry Kane had a good midfielder, good team that is built around him properly, uh, then Harry Kane would have probably scored that many goals as well. But I wouldn't take any credit away from Erling Haaland. He is a good player. He knows how to be in the right position at the right time, and that's what
Exactly.
a
It doesn't
striker
matter.
need to do. He knows how to make a proper run,
He knows how to
and
do the
all
run.
these things make him a proper complete striker. Yes,
Exactly.
minerals.
Exactly, man. Haaland, he doesn't need to do all the build-up, bro, because his finishing is elite. You know what I mean?
He's
It's
elite.
not. It's not easy to score goals in the Premier League, especially. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Richarlison is hollow, but ends up being May. Yeah, he has that energy. He shows that passion, that shithousery, but his performances are not looking that good. Why can't we buy technical players in all positions because of Levy opting to buy cheap average players on low wages to balance the books? Exactly, that's the problem. So in Spurs, we lack a we have this big hole actually that we are not trying to fill up is we don't try to buy technical players who suit the system. By the way, big up to Ron Vinayak, and as usual, he's here with his usual comment. My name is Jeff. Hello, Jeff. How are you doing? And let's look at what Scott says. So Scott says my concern is for us. He's 28 is putting up similar numbers to Edward Palace backup when Edward was 23. Uh, Similar numbers to backup. Like I don't know what you mean. Like, do you think that we should be going for Edward rather than for Hasi? How old is Edward by the way? Edward.
Edouard is like 24, 25.
Yeah, so Edward is 24 or 25. Uh yeah, so Edward had that many. Yeah, Edward has had quite a good record at Celtic as well. He had about 57 goals in 94 appointments, and that's from Wikipedia, and Wikipedia one is usually not up to date. So I don't know. And Harry Kane number 10 is saying Harry Kane is going Harry Kane was saying my concern is for Hasi. Let's see. I mean, really, it really depends. There's a bit of a difference, Scott, between Palace and Spurs as well. Maybe if Spurs is kind of relatively better than Palace, if he may turn up in that system, who knows? Like, I'm not bigging up because under Daniel Levy, everything gets screwed anyways. So if Edge wants that player and he thinks that yes, that player can perform here, I would back Edge for that. Like if Edge thinks that this player would be good, I would back him. Like I won't be like Daniel Levy when Daniel Levy went there and said that, oh, when we wanted Kim Min Jae, he was kind of cheap, but Daniel Levy didn't rate him highly because he think that no, he's not a prem proven player and all that nonsense, and he didn't buy him. And now Kim Min Jae is doing good. Like you guys won't believe me, United is going for Kim Min Jae this season. In fact, United has already agreed a deal with Kim Min Jae. Probably next season, Kim Min Jae would be a United player.
Yeah, Kim Min Jae, man, is linked to United, man. Like they're
Yeah,
gonna chop him up and leave his mother again, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. By the way, there's a comment here from Hurricane number 10. Hurricane is going nowhere. He'll stay at Spurs and sign a new contract. He's got zero ambition. All he wants is golden moose, share records, and to be a field goal kicker for an NFL club. Minerals, what do you think about this comment?
I don't think so, man. Like he's had enough, bro. Because Levy has been lying to you guys with his nursery FC model, man.
Exactly. I mean, in my opinion, I think he will go. He has seen enough. He has given Levy his chance. I think the last chance that Harry Kane gave to Levy was that Antonio Conte deal. When we appointed Conte as our manager because he wanted to see some progression and probably probably it's 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 a tough one because let's say if Daniel Levy was to show some form of a progression rather than regressing back to where we were and even getting worse. Like guys, this is worst season that Harry Kane has had. Uh, uh, like Harry Kane has played all seasons under us in Europe. Like this is first time in 14 years that we are not in Europe. So in like why wouldn't he want to leave? Seriously, a player like him not being in Europe is a disgrace, guys.
Yeah,
Seriously.
yeah, it's disgusting, man. You know what I mean? First time in a while. This is worse than the 2021 season where you appointed Nuno and
Yeah. Grumpy Grandpa, Ferguson quote about Daniel Levy is legendary. Yeah, I heard about this quote, but I can't remember what it did exactly. Alex Ferguson said about Daniel Levy. Maybe Minerals, you can refresh my memory.
uh, or maybe you can go and find. Let me search it up.
Yeah, yeah, if you can. Mount was good at Fulham, very creative, saw a lot more ball. Then he went to Chelsea and showed nothing. Yeah, I guess Chelsea also has this other problem. Like one thing I don't like about Chelsea is they constantly change a lot. Like one season your team is in one shape, and then another season your team is totally in a different shape. Like totally all players gone. I get that, but I guess sometimes you need to build up a project, build up something. A reset is good, guys. A reset. I would rather, I mean, I would want all our Deadwood to go. But Chelsea, the way they spend money and all that, like you buy a player, one from here, one from there, no chemistry in the team. It doesn't work out as well, guys. Seriously, and that's the problem with Chelsea. And I think that's what makes some of the Chelsea players like when they were good at other teams, suddenly they come to Chelsea, they look horrible. Like Chuchurella, he was good at Brighton. He hasn't looked as good. Koulibaly used to be good at Napoli. He hasn't looked that great. Like
Nah,
what's
man.
like there's something not right about the
There's
way
something not right,
Chelsea.
man. You know what I mean? It's Todd
The,
Bowley, man, with his nursery FC model, man. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, like this season they have looked totally off to me.
Todd Bowley's going to the dressing rooms like Daniel Levy and how he wants to control. He's a
This
control
one,
freak as
this
well.
comment. Why didn't anyone question Paratici buying so many players with low end product? Actually, this is another one. Seriously, guys, like I completely agree with this one. Like the only player that Paratici has bought, that was good was actually Romero. I don't consider the Bentancur and the Kulusevski deal as a deal that which you can say that was a good deal because that deal was done in with corrupt ambitions to just balance the record books at UA and that whole corruption scandal and all that. So I don't rate it that highly, guys. Seriously. So yeah, in my opinion, the only thing that Paratici did well was that Romero deal. Other than that, he was a bang average footballing director. Like he was not good. Like all those clowns on YouTube, who have been goring Paratici, Don Paratici, the Don
One
is
part.
cooking and all that nonsense is
Yes, I
absolute
love the message.
exaggeration. Yes, Minos, you want to say something?
Exactly. Paratici was another fraud, brown envelope, bro. He was always he's a brown envelope merchant, Juventus scum. You know what I mean? And now Spurs fans were lapping it up, saying that he's cooking. They're in the mud again. Those Levy inners.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Ron Vinayak is saying, Scott and bro, what did you say to Sawa? By the way, he was fuming and cursing.
He was fuming,
Oh,
yeah.
guys,
At
Sava
first,
is another one. by the way, Ron, we don't talk about other YouTubers here. No, 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 we do. So this the I'm not gonna tell anybody that yeah we don't talk about other creators here. All you want to talk about other creators, let me know what other creators are talking about, what nonsense they are cooking, and then we will cook them here because I got the Minerals General from Minerals FC here. Minerals will tell you all that as well. So what did you say to Sava? By the way, Sava is a clown. Seriously, guys, Sava is the kind of person you confront him, and then what he would do is that uh he would actually call you names and call you like, oh, you're a snake, you're this, you're that. So once I was on Football Terrace and he made a comment in Football Terrace that, oh, when we had Stellini, I think the early days that oh managers don't try, managers try things we don't, and we should be playing a back four and all that. Like why I'll be sticking to this back three and all that sort of nonsense. That was just like a week before or 2 weeks before that Newcastle game where Ryan
You got
Mason
the
or
back
sorry
end.
Stellini tried back four. It was just within the span of 1 or 2 weeks, and I made that comment. He made that comment, and it was not my turn. So as you know, guys, usually on football terrace, usually you have quite a lot of people there. So, so Terry goes one by one, and he chooses chooses people to say things. So so basically, that's what happened there. And then I went on the next stream I went on to, and somebody actually asked me, so last, how was football terrace like, and what was the general vibe among the Spurs fans? I think it was Stelios or Will. One of them asked me this question. I think it was Stel who asked me, and then I said that yes, I'm gonna call out this particular opinion that the back four like managers try things we don't like. What I basically I just say that what have we got to try? Do you want to try a back four with the backline of Dyer, Sanchez, Langley? Seriously, I made a comment which was in the similar regard, and then Sawa texted me. He started to like he started getting a bit hyper, and he's basically a bit paranoid, guys. Seriously, like he's a bit insecure. So when you confront his opinions, what he will do is that he will come after you in the comments and all that sort of shit. He's slightly insecure about his opinions.
Yeah, exactly,
He's
man.
so a secure person is usually the kind of person who doesn't mind that yes, say if my opinion is wrong, if I have said something dumb, I would accept it that yes, it was a dumb thing that I said. An insecure person is that for them to apologize to another person or to admit that yes, what they said was wrong is is a bit shameful to them. They find it shame to actually to actually accept their own mistakes. That's called an insecurity. Like you would have seen those people in your work culture as well, or in your schools and all that. These are the people usually they are just insecure. Basically, if you can't apologize, if you can't accept, if you can't say that yes, another person was right, or another person's opinion was right and you were wrong, you are insecure basically. And don't ever be an insecure bloke. Don't be paranoid. The real confidence, guys, is that if you can apologize, if you can accept your mistake and you move on from there, learn a lesson from it. That's how a man is supposed to be. That's how you are secure in your own identity. Your identity is not based on your opinions, that your opinion always has to be correct. Your identity is you, your personality, your integrity. These things are what describes a man, and Sawa has none of those, guys. Seriously, like he would never
Exactly.
accept it. Even like let me give you a bit of context. Like even when he was proven wrong, and it was said that yes, we should go back to a back four. You know what? When the Newcastle thing happened, and we scored and Newcastle scored like 4 or 5 goals against us in that particular what you call it, in that particular game. Then Sava suddenly after 30 or 35 minutes, he and Perchi, both of them, because both of them were the ones who were actually that back four merchants, and they were a lot for that back four particular thing. They did an emergency stream saying that oh, we didn't mean that you should try and go for back four now and all that. But they were arguing with me a week before that when I said that yes, we don't have that kind of a player.
Exactly.
Then
They're
they started,
pushing it back. Oh, they're flip flop. They're wishy washy.
yeah,
They're wrong.
they flip flopped. Like minerals, no minerals. You know that, right? That's how I was saying that. Yeah, no matter what kind of place you have, you just try something different and all that. He was on that particular thing for quite long. Exactly, minerals. Am I right? Right.
Exactly. he was pushing out the narrative of a back four. As soon as it backfired, he said that, oh, then he's controversial. He's a long way from Starbucks, man. Contradicts himself, man. He got murdered again right now, and then he's very two faced as well. Like he
Exactly.
says that other people are hypocrite.
Yep. So basically, guys, I that guy is basically insecure. So what happened was that yes, then I confronted both of them actually in a chat, and then he said, "Oh, you didn't confront me that on football terrorists and all that kind of thing." And yeah, he blocked me in the chat, by the way. Later on, I saw that. But the thing is that yes, you were wrong. You must accept that you were wrong about that particular opinion. It doesn't mean like seriously, so guys. Sometimes I'm wrong. I say some really dumb things sometimes on streams as well, but then I always say that okay, that particular thing that I said, I was not correct. I always accept my mistake. That's one thing about me. Like let's say if I said something wrong, I said something mean even, or I would accept it. But if you are afraid to accept your mistake, if you are afraid to say that you screwed up, you're an insecure person, seriously. And that's what happened. Like after that, they say that, oh no, we were not saying that we should play back four with this squad. We were saying that we should play back four when we have a new manager, a new project, a new reset. Bollocks, a whole load of bollocks. I have videos that I can clip and show that this guy wanted back four from the beginning. Like he wanted Conte to play back four. He wanted
He
Stellini
wanted
to
to,
play back four.
yeah,
And when they
exactly.
played and
Even
the back four
Conte.
didn't work, that we got absolutely smashed. They flip flop. That's what kind of person Sava is, by the way, guys. Seriously.
Exactly. He's two-faced. He doesn't want to own anything, man. And he also has like shit takes, yeah, to fit all the narratives, yeah. He goes on to the bigger platforms, yeah, and this, that, and the other, yeah.
And it's such a shame that we have this kind of people going on bigger platforms and they represent Spurs. Like seriously, guys, that's why people laugh at us. Like I mean, we deserve to be laughed at, but that's
Exactly.
how.
And they don't go in enough on Enoch, yeah. They say that, oh, we need to be realistic, and this, that, and the other. And, and, and,
Yeah,
and he wasn't blaming Daniel when Conte was manager. He wasn't really battering Levy, was he? He was always battering Conte. Again, wrong one.
absolute wrong and all that sort of thing. Wishy washy wrong, and I would say, yeah. Yeah. Harry Kane number 10 is saying Levy is a scam artist. Actually, Harry Kane number 10, I've never seen you before. Are you same as Dietrich Kane? Has Dietrich Kane changed his name or something? I don't know. Levy's a scam artist. He hires managers and uses not getting top four to fire them instead of building them from the previous season. Exactly. That's the problem with Daniel Levy, that he always does this. And Celtic team got seriously found out in Champions League, where they were caught out so many times in defense, even when they were decent going forward. Yeah, I get that. That's another problem that Celtic also has. They don't have a good defense. So in a way, the what Ange usually rely on is your center backs have to be two very good center backs, because in a way his 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 fullbacks actually kind of push forward as well, from what I understand. Not to say push forward, the fullbacks basically, like let's say they are the side, they come in the midfield in the middle. So I think the other day Stel was explaining that, like let's say from the side, the fullbacks actually, when the midfielders are going forward, they come slightly in front of the center backs. So that's how Ange tends to play, and they kind of cover for center backs as well. But still, you have two at the back, so you need two solid center backs in order to play that game. Uh, Ron, I said the horrible comment. Vardy is a clown. Yeah, I mean, like, why you want to go after people? Wardy is a clown. Like, Wardy is sticking to a team who is playing in championship right now. We shall see, but yeah, he's a clown. Like the guy who cannot even save his team from getting relegated to a championship, and he's being always compared to Harry Kane, who has kept Spurs. Like without Harry Kane, we would have been down there as well. Like Harry Kane, you can say that yes, he has carried Spurs there. What has Wardy done for Leicester? Got Leicester relegated? Seriously, like that kind of player is a clown, seriously. You are a top player and then you got your team relegated. You didn't step up at the crucial time where your team needed you. You are a clown, guys, in my opinion. But
And
then
also, to
I,
be fair,
I can't back it up with stats and facts. Yes,
to
Minerals,
be
go
fair
ahead.
to Verdi though. Like Leicester aren't that massive, and if he was injured and getting on a bit, you can't knock him, man. It will be very disingenuous.
Exactly. So Wardy, I know that yes, he has had his time, he has had his goal, but Wardy is not a consistent player, so he's a clown. Like let's say he's an opinion guy. Somebody saying that he's a clown. There's nothing wrong with it. And yeah, we all know Scott and sometimes make this kind of comments. Like, but Sawa is a even bigger clown than Jimmy Wardy, in my opinion.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Harry Kane
He-
number 10 says, I guarantee you he's not going. Yeah, we shall see, guys. Why did Harry say after Poch sacked that if he's got ambition? Poch wasn't back for 3 windows. We played for CL final with Wings and Soko in midfield in the Champions League. By top players not
no
replaced.
replace.
I get that. I think Harry Kane number 10, that time he stayed because Harry Kane had a chance. Like, if you even want the Amazon documentary, Harry Kane was not exactly that happy in terms of his time at Spurs. He was not that happy. But Harry Kane had a chance to work with a top manager like Mourinho. When Mourinho was hired, Harry Kane had that opportunity. I think Harry Kane saw that because Mourinho's record at other clubs, like his wherever he has gone, he has won trophies and he has a good record in the knockouts, he has a good record in the finals. And I guess that was something that made Harry Kane like kind of want to stay. And then it kind of gave Harry Kane a bit of hope that okay, if Mourinho is here, it would also give Harry Kane an opportunity to work with him, learn a thing or two from Mourinho, and yeah, I guess that was the main factor that made Harry Kane stay. I don't think it was his lack of ambition. Uh, I guess that was the start of Levy trying to make Kane stay by getting the top managers. He first did that with Mourinho, then he brought in Conte. Uh, but I guess now even Harry Kane has realized that yes, no matter how good a manager Daniel Levy will sign, he would not back the manager properly, and the manager would leave. So yeah, Kulu was a gamble, and now you see Juve weren't hot on him. Whereas Bentancur was a good signing. He won 3 league titles, playing an important role. Yes, exactly. However, I don't think Kulu was a gamble as well. Kulu has just not had that great of a season. If you look at Kulu, guys, he has had 7 assists for us this season. And which is just 5 behind Mo Salah, who's at second. It's not that big of a difference. The quote, dealing with Tottenham's Daniel Levy was more painful than my hip replacement, says Sir Alex Ferguson. I can agree with that. Not that I've had a hip replacement, but yes, Daniel Levy is not an easy man to deal with. Like even City struggled with him when they were trying to sign Harry Kane. So let's see what happens this summer, guys. Seriously, I'm kind of behind here. Every signing Levy makes is to balance the books. 5 average signings on low wages with a few 40 to 50 million signings on higher wages. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. Every signing Levy makes is to balance the books. 5 average signings on low wages. The other thing also is like Daniel Levy has a team of bang average people who looks into it. Like guys, can you imagine that we actually screwed a deal regarding that Doherty one? We didn't even know that we can only sign a certain number of players for one we can only loan out a certain number of players, and actually we missed out on the on how much we could have cash on Matt Doherty. Sawa is
Exactly.
impossible to deal with. He makes rash statements while contradicting himself at the same time. Miros, do you got anything to say about this?
Exactly. He makes very rash statements. He comes out of the woodwork, yeah, and this, that, and the other, and talks nonsense. Yeah, 1 minute, yeah, he's saying that, oh, Levy, were the problem I see long term, and this, that, and the other. But then some other days he's squirting around and being on the fence and flip flopping.
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, so that was what I was trying to say earlier as well, that he contradicts himself. So guys, this is not my words. Even people in the chat, there are few people who have already said that Sawa actually contradicts himself. Like there's this thing that if a person contradicts himself very regularly, then you're insecure. These are signs of insecurity as well. Insecurity and lack of confidence. These are the kind of thing like you're paranoid and you're afraid to be confronted. These are signs like if a person contradicts his statements and the stuff that he or she says, These are typical signs of lack of confidence, lack of clarity in your own personality, lack of you are basically an insecure person. That's all I'm trying to say. And Ron says, just our Sawa said we should go back to four, go back four. We did, and we got F. Yes, exactly. So when he said that we should go back to back four, and that week, he seriously guys, since then he has never come on a stream with me, and he would never
Because
because
you
you
ain't
know
got
my
the minerals, man. That's it. You know what I
he
mean?
ain't got minerals. Yeah. So Sava puts on Romero, who has been playing beside bang average defenders, not realizing that Romero needs two proper defenders beside him to develop punish. Romero got Serie A Defender of the Year. Exactly. That's another one that Romero one that he has been saying that lead leaking and all that and these players. I get that. Yes, in past we have had good defenders, guys. Romero is what 22, 23. He has got a whole loads of years in front of him. Like you are comparing him with defenders who had great seasons and ended up as great defenders of that club. This is the problem that I have that when you try and compare players with the legends of who have finished their careers, Romero is the guy who has won the World Cup and he's now playing with a bang average team of Dyer, Davis, Chicken Royale, Sanchez, and that
And,
kind of defenders. Like, what do you
and
expect from
Langley. And Langley too.
and Langley too. Like what? Maybe Langley is not that bad as Davis, Sanchez, and all that sort of nonsense. But seriously, and Dyer. But seriously, guys, like we shit on some of our best players, which is what I don't understand. Like Romero is
Exactly.
the best defender we got.
Exactly. He's also an agenda merchant. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes I feel like people just need a topic or just need a player to throw under the bus to just get some form of a narrative going around. Like you got nothing to talk about, just shit on some of your best players, create a bit of controversy. Like what for you want to do that? Like seriously, back it up with facts. Like what has Romero done that's so terrible? I know. Oh, he makes he makes some really rash tackles. I get that. Yeah, that yes, he does that. But your midfield is shit. Your defense is shit. You are the only guy back in the back line. You need to take some form of a risk in your tackles to make the tackle in the midfield. I know that Romero had. I feel that Romero has to do that because you have a very lazy midfield. You have a very lazy defense. Your defense is never ready, and if Romero does that, he's just doing that to avoid those one-on-one situations that strikers or the players can have with goalkeepers in one-on-one. So you would rather play a free kick and concede a foul in the middle of the park than concede that near the penalty box. It makes sense, guys. Seriously, if you have a brain, if you have something between your two ears, it would really make sense to you. Like why would a center back come in the midfield and do this kind of thing? And we always forget that sometimes he win the ball back in the midfield and he makes a quick pass that has even led sometimes for us to score goals. Like when we played Leicester last season, I think it was Brendan Rodgers who commented that that's how exactly a center back should play. Like seriously, I don't get that sometimes why this fan base always shit on your best managers, your best players, and make
Exactly.
like bang average players.
Exactly. He also wanted Josie out, by the way. But as soon as he left Spurs, yeah, and
I
he's
don't know
winning,
about that.
yeah, he did. He did. He respects Mourinho, but when he was at Spurs, yeah, I was bashing him for the football. But now all of a sudden, yeah, he's wanking him and saying how amazing he's done at Roma, and wasn't saying that Levy was the problem. You see, that's another point.
Yeah. Perchi is just a parrot for Sava and again leaves out context when he's minimal. Yes, so Perchi always say whatever Sava says, basically. That's the
Yeah,
whole time.
man.
It's been weird
Exactly.
the way
Ted
they
Lasso.
both agree with each other.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Siri Merchant's Perchy, man. And the Kingpin brand envelope and stuff, man.
Yeah. So guys, by the way, I know some of you might be wondering like why am I talking about Sawa so much? Because people want to talk about that. That's like the in topic. And I'm not one of those that I'll tell my people like, oh, let's not talk about other creators because it's kind of sensitive because we have no balls to talk about them and they would come and disagree with us. No, I'm not like that. I'm really not like that. Like what Mia and all those nonsense would say that when you talk about other people, oh, let's not talk about other creators. Let's talk about what I want to talk about, and then they will go on and be and back Daniel Levy and keep things peaceful. I'm a real person, guys. Like whatever I am. Sometimes people call me clown and all that for making jokes and all that. But that's who I am, guys. Seriously, if people want to call me clown for that, I don't back down from that. Seriously, guys. Like people want to make fun of me, I really don't care. Like I'm secure in my own identity. I don't have to rely on another person's opinion to define what I am. I would defend myself, yes. If somebody has said something about me and I feel that yes, that's not true about me, I would defend myself. But I am secure in my own identity. Like I am secure in what I think I am. I wouldn't let anybody else affect me. So that's
Exactly.
why I don't mind talking about other people in my chat. Like if you guys really want to talk about any other creators, I really don't mind, seriously.
Exactly.
Uh,
He also said that people should back the manager. They should back this Ange guy. Yeah, I like him and this, that, and the other, and blah blah blah. But he wasn't saying that for Jose or Conte, was he? He was
yeah,
bashing them.
yeah. So that's the thing, guys. When people do that, like that's just ridiculous. I don't agree with everything Stelio says, but he always uses context, even though I don't think he always right. Yeah, so I mean, you don't always have to agree with everybody as well. I sometimes don't agree with, with people as well, and I sometimes agree with people as well. But always, what I always admire about people is when you at least use a bit of context, when you at least have the balls to accept that yes, you're wrong about something, and not be defensive and use other narratives to say that oh no, you're a snake, you're this, you didn't defend me when people were talking about me in that particular chat. So in that particular stream and all that sort of shit, you are this, you are that. I really have a problem with when people get personal because they are called out for their footballing opinion, and then they say, "Oh no, you're obnoxious." So once somebody actually said to me that, I said to somebody, okay, I said that to Mia actually. By the way, guys, this is another wrong gun of YouTube. That lady defend Daniel Levy like crazy. If Daniel Levy uh pays her electricity bill or whatever, I don't know seriously. Or I sometimes
She's
feel that maybe
getting
Daniel,
brown envelopes, man.
and yeah, it's another brown envelope, by the way. Uh, Seriously, I don't get why she defends Daniel Levy so much. So she would usually use that narrative like, oh, stats are not facts and all that. I rely on my eyes. So basically, I said to her, you that she says that my stats don't always speak the truth. My eyes always speak the truth, and I said that no, your eyes don't always speak the truth. That's why sometimes people wear glasses. And she said, "Oh, you know I wear glasses. That's why." Yeah, but that's true. Sometimes your eyes can actually lie, guys. Seriously, like let's say I'm looking at my left and something is happening on my right. I wouldn't realize that particular thing. That guys, give me just a minute. Let me put my curtain up because the sunlight is coming in. Just give me a minute.
Exactly, man. Big up Elias, man. Taking over right
Yep.
now.
Yep. So that's the thing. Like for example, this is just as an example I'm giving about her. So she said, "Oh, okay, that that oh no, my eyes." So that's the thing, guys. Seriously, if eyes were to always tell the truth, your eyes can only have a limited vision. Whereas stats, they give you a bigger picture. When you are talking about stats, you're always talking about that particular point or that particular thing. For example, things like passing accuracy, aerial duels won, ground duels won. These kind of things are accurate things on a particular scenario, by which you can define a player is better or not. When you say that, oh no, that player is very good, that's your opinion. That's not a fact. Like Romero is shit is Sava's opinion. But his opinion has no context or no form of backing. He's just bashing on a particular individual without any stats, any facts, basically. He gets on Conte when Conte was stuck with Dyer, Davis Sanchez. Exactly. Like that's another one. This guy was the main guy on YouTube who started this narrative of getting Conte out. And see, when we got Conte out, what have we got? If I think Conte would have been with us, we would have qualified for the Champions League. He kept us in the top 5 or the top 4 race. And since Conte left us, we
You've
are
been
bad.
shit,
We are bang average, guys.
and then you're getting beat every week when Conte left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you would have just to keep it in the game. Contest football was horrible at times, but at least, he was winning you games playing that way. because these
Yes,
players are
so,
so
so
shit.
that's the thing.
They
His
can't play
football
another
was
way.
not the kind of football, the attacking kind of football maybe that people think, which is something that I don't agree. If you see Conte played for Inter as well, his football used to look really good, guys, with guys like Brozovic,
Yeah, his
Barella,
football looked
and
good, even at
center backs
Chelsea.
at the
You
back.
know what I mean?
At Chelsea as well, he had good wing backs. His football used to look good, guys. Seriously, like why this season it didn't work out is not
He
because
didn't get
Conte's
back.
football was bad, is because he didn't have the players. The other reason
Exactly.
was
The personnel.
the other reason was that no matter what Daniel Levy gave him is only as good as for him to get top four. That's what he was trying. And at the time he left, he was at fourth or fifth position only.
Yeah, he was
Uh,
fourth.
he was fourth. Was he fourth?
Yeah, it was fourth.
Yeah, he
That's
was
draw
fourth
against
basically.
Southampton was enough.
So, guys, basically, all these people who actually make this kind of comments, they are deluded, dumb and deluded. They
They're
don't
so
know.
dumb and they also feed into the narratives
Yeah,
of the bigger platforms. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
dumb and deluded. That's all I have to say. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. Harry Kane number 10. No, mate, I'm just an older supporter who's seen it all before under Sugar and Levy's reign. Big up to you, Harry Kane number 10. If you want to come on, if any of you guys, by the way, want to come on and have your say and talk about stuff, the link is up in the chat. I pinned it. So come and talk about. Come and say what you want to say, man.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Like I even saw like people saying that they said that we should sell Harry Kane and like he needs to leave for like his own good, which is true by the way because Spurs are helpless and he can't be here for now. Sava said
Yep,
that Spurs would get better without Harry Kane, but it might be true in the long term, but he's forgetting about right now. You know what I mean? And
exactly.
without Kane, you're in big trouble as well. He's forgetting the other part without Kane.
Yeah, I mean Vardy is a decent player, but when my problem sometimes with Vardy is when people actually when what you call it when people actually compare it with Kane and say that people would always remember Wardy when he's retired and all that. No, I don't think so. People would remember the fact that Leicester won a Premier League that season. They won't remember Wardy. Maybe Leicester fans would remember Jamie Wardy, but no. Any other fan won't give a shit about Wardy. What has Wardy done in Premier League that's so great for him to
Exactly.
be remembered?
Your
Like
Blackburn won the Premier League, right? With Tim Sherwood
only
and Shearer and those guys.
winning one Premier League doesn't like guys. I'll be very honest with you. When I knew for a long time that yes, when I became a Spurs fan for a while, I knew that for a long time that yes, Leicester has won Premier League. Yes, I knew that for a fact. But I didn't know that yes, Jamie Wardy even exists. Like I didn't even know that there's a guy named Jamie Wardy is exists. Uh, so yeah, this one. But Jose and Conte were not fully back with Levy keeping same average. Yeah, that's the same thing Levy does in and out. That's why I'm tired of Daniel Levy, guys. Seriously, like
Exactly, that's the same. He even let down Poch. Poch also wanted to be backed. You know what I mean? No transfer window, barely got top four, and reached the UCL final with Winks and Sissoko in the midfield, and Dele Alli as a number 10.
yeah. Uh, Not to mention Sawa taking forever to make a point. Then he interrupt his guest to take even more mic time. Yeah. So what one thing about that's another thing. Where like when Sawa is about to get bashed or somebody is trying to make certain comments about him and he knows that yes he's about to lose that particular argument or that particular in that particular context, but what he always go and do is he will try and change the topic, like he would make it feel, oh, we've been talking about this for the last 1 hour, let's move on to this, let's move on to that without a conclusion particularly. That's another thing he does that very 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 often, guys. And another sign of a wrong and brown envelope, insecure person behavior. Yeah, that's another one. Uh, Anyways, opinion on our gaffer from down under. Have everyone seen Ange compilations? I haven't seen I haven't seen Edge compilations. I'll be honest.
I, I've
I've
seen them. Yeah,
only
I watched the SPL, and
yeah.
and they
Tell us
play
about
quite
that,
some good
Minerals. Then.
football. They play some good football, and they play like they want to be like Pep Guardiola, like how he throws everyone forward. You know what I mean? And like he tries to invert the fullbacks, and he plays a really high line, and this that and the other, and he wants the crosses being whipped on like the edge of the box, not like down the line. You know, and this team keeps a lot of possession, and that would suit Spurs because like your fans want that attacking football like Poch did, and he kind of does that.
Yep, exactly, mate. Uh, from down under. Actually, Grumpy Grandpa. I know. Some fans feel that Edge is not a good manager. I think he's a decent manager in my opinion. If he's back properly, he has a tactical awareness about his game that he's a decent manager. Like I wouldn't mind having a manager at Spurs. And that's another one that I want to confront. Like people who have started this campaign called "No to Ange" and that say no to Postecoglou. Guys, we are I think focusing on the wrong thing because at one point as a club you have to hire a manager. You can't just stay as a club without a manager. If Daniel Levy isn't going and all that, and if you want to choose it as part of it that oh if we don't have a manager it will put on pressure against Daniel Levy and all that. I get that. Yes, I do get that. However, the way we are putting this whole narrative out that oh say no to and say no to Postecoglou, it's not helping guys seriously. Like in a way, you what would happen is that yes, you would have Ange. Ange would play a good football for a while as well. Yes, that's true. And then after it all, what would happen is that because certain fans already were against him from the beginning, it would have that element that oh they'll say that oh we told you that he was going to be bad. It's not that the manager is that bad, like what happened with Conte. It's because that he's not backed properly, guys. Seriously, that's the whole thing. He is just not being backed properly, and that's the problem with any Spurs manager. It always happened. Like what Harry Kane number 10 is saying here as well. Edge is a brilliant coach, but he can only work with the level of player he is given.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
why he flopped in the UCL because Rangers, Celtic are nowhere near the like elite in the
no, but
Champions League. So
UCL is a different ball game, guys. Like the groups there and all that is slightly different in my opinion.
yeah, it's
You need
slightly
a bit more
different, bro.
technical. And one thing
Yeah,
about UCL also is you need players who can perform under pressure. League is slightly different, but I guess league is a good start always. Like to work on your confidence levels, to work on how much you can survive the pressure. The best thing is that work on those aspects of the game in the league particularly, and
because
then
you
go
have
on.
games to recover. You have
Yeah,
games to recover.
yep. You need to have the winning mentality I think in order to play in Champions League because the Champions League there's a bit of a different pressure, like lesser games in the group stage, whereas league you got like a whole season to work on it, on your position and all that. Whereas in Champions League, if you come third you go down to Europa League, if you come fourth you are totally out of Europe. So it's a different pressure, guys, seriously, that we need to understand. And that's the thing about small teams like Celtic, Rangers. Why sometimes they don't do that well in that is it's not that their managers are bad. It's mainly the personalities that they have. Yes,
It's the
Minerals, you're saying something.
personnel. It's the personnel. That's why. But you can't fault him, though. You know what I mean? It's just the
Yeah.
personnel.
So sometimes I feel that with some teams, like let's say Ajax, for instance, does that mean yeah, so let's just say, guys, for instance, we are linked with sorry, Eric Ten Hag. He used to be a great manager with Ajax. Like when he used to play in Eredivisie, he used to win titles and all that. Doesn't mean and Ajax never did that great at Champions League. That yes, see, they went to quarters, they went to semis, yes, but they were not exceptional in Champions League. But that doesn't make Eric Ten Hag any some form of a bad manager. It's just that Ajax had a particular personnel that can only take Ajax up to a particular level. It's nothing to do with Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag
And it's
even
also the
even when
budget.
and it's also the budget. Yes, exactly. Eric Ten Hag, if you see him coming to Prem when he's given personnel in the form of Casemiro, Ericsson, the likes of Rashford, Sancho, Lisandro Martinez, and all the Malaysia.
Last year,
He
all
won
those guys.
he won the Carabao Cup actually. And winning a Carabao Cup is not easy. Like Premier League is tough, guys. So I don't get the narrative when people say that, oh, you're getting a manager from the Farmers League and all that. It's whole loads of bollocks, guys. Uh, Ange is a brilliant coach, like what Harry Kane number 10 is saying as well. And in my opinion, like let's just take another example. For instance, Arnie Slot
Feyenoord.
from Feyenoord. That guy, he worked with a very thin budget. Seriously, he worked with an even thinner budget than what Ajax has, guys. Uh, and he had an average sort of personnel as well, but he transformed that particular personnel. He brought in the players who can play in the right position. Like seriously, if you look at that Feyenoord team, who can actually name me like three or four players from the Feyenoord team? I think not many of us know even those personnels.
Yeah.
But at that particular level of Eredivisie, they actually performed well. They and it shows that yes, with that particular squad, there's a limit that what Arne Slot can take them to. There's a limit that what a manager could take them until in with that particular personnel. But if I think Arne Slot were to manage a squad that's good, let's say if Arne Slot were to manage in, let's just say for instance, a squad like that
Arsenal,
of
maybe.
Chelsea, even Arsenal, even I think he would do well. Like I
Yeah, it would
think
be very
Arne
well.
Slot is a better manager than Mikel Arteta. Minerals, do you agree with me on that?
He has to do it first in the Premier League, but fair enough. Even though I'm Arteta out, but we'll see.
Sorry,
We'll see if he is, because Premier League, man, it's different animal though.
it is different animal, but I think as a personnel, what has Arteta? Arteta has never won anything, but I mean, I guess that yes, that's also because he has only like properly managed one team. He used to be a assistant in this under Pep
Yeah,
at
we won
City.
the FA Cup in 2020, bro.
Yeah, he won the
That's
FA
it.
Cup. Sorry, he won the FA Cup. That's the only thing. But between
Yeah,
Arne
that's four.
Slot and Arteta, who would you take if you were to be given a chance?
It's hard, man. It's hard, bro. Prob-
I
I'll
would take
probably
Arne
go
Slot.
on. Yeah,
Between
probably on.
Arteta and Arne Slot, if I were to be given a chance, I think I would take Arne Slot.
I'll take slot. To be fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, but anyway, man, like Spurs, man, like if Spurs it up, yeah, not get and even, yeah, like like you guys might get Rodgers if that's the case. Would that be very wrong if you get Rodgers?
Even worse, guys. Like, yeah, Hurricane number 10 say that he'll take Arnie Slot all day long. And Hurricane number 10 is also saying Ange is a brilliant coach, but he can only work with the level of player he's given, which is why he got found in the out in the Champions League. He
You read
needs
this
serious
comment
players
already,
and
bro?
to work here. Hurricane number 10 is landing a lot of minerals today. I like this guy actually, Hurricane number 10.
Yeah,
He
man.
has really good
Yeah, man.
opinion.
Hurricanes landed the minerals, man. Let's have it right.
Hurricane number 10 is landing minerals. Big up to you, Hurricane number 10. I'd love to see you more in the chats. Where are you from, by the way, Hurricane number 10? Let us know.
He's from
Are you
England.
from
He
UK? Are you
said,
from US?
yeah, he's from the UK. Like
He's
he
from the UK.
watches. He's been watching the Tottenham under Sugar and Levy both.
Oh, nice. Well, Hurricane number 10, if you ever want to jump on, like let's say if you don't want to switch on your video, like what Minerals does, you can actually jump on as well. And okay, yeah, come. I would love to have a chat with you on the stream also if you would like to talk about. If you wish to talk about coming transfer window and the players are being linked with, I'd like to know your opinion, guys. Actually, I'm the kind of person like I only follow the transfer window very closely when the transfer window has arrived. Like let's say I think the transfer window is opening on 14th or 15th of June. So I would pay more attention to the transfer window around that time. Like before that, I don't really look into transfer window and stuff that much because there are a lot of blogs and rumors going on about which are not true. Unless like the like some major ones, like let's say the Hurricane one is kind of crucial. or let's say the Lionel Messi one, him going to Barca and that sort of stuff, and he's being linked with MLS. But I'm thinking this during this summer, what I'll do is I'll do this step up showtime when I'm gonna talk about some of my top five jokes and all that, and then the usual big news over the weekend, and then during the week, what actually I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna look at certain transfers and maybe I'll do some short videos and that sort of stuff during the week. And that sort of content would be coming during the week, and yes, we'll be looking into that. And then step up showtime where we mud the wrong guns, we call out all the YouTubers, we up the minerals would be on over the weekends. Uh,
Yeah, man. But
So
I
I'm going to end the poll as well, by the way, guys. So the poll results: 67% of you think that Harry Kane would, sorry, 66% of you think that Harry Kane would end up at Real Madrid. 33% think that he would actually end up in some Premier League club. We shall see about that then, guys. Yes.
mean,
Yeah. Harry Kane, number 10, also says Ten Hag came into Ajax where the players have been playing that same style since 8 years of age, and now we see that Man United can only play a small percentage of that style.
yeah, because of
Uh,
the personnel, like.
it's not just the personnel. I think it's the club philosophy. Uh, it's also the what you call it. It's also that you have developed a particular structure in the club. You have your players know how to fit into that system, so that kind of help IX as well. So it kind of takes time. That's why it's not a good thing when managers are sacked constantly. The coaching personnel in your academy is changing constantly. You don't have a particular club philosophy. That's the problem right now we have at Spurs. So yeah, it is a problem,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's why your academy doesn't do quite good because you guys always change managers and don't have that style of play. You know what I mean?
No,
Ajax always
it's
had
not
this.
true that the academy doesn't do very well because our under 18s and our under
No, I know
21s.
they're doing well. I mean, like in terms of going to the first team, because like there's constant change and there's no like same style of play like Ajax. Ajax, even though even sometimes Ajax sack managers, but they still be the same mode of manager that play the style of play of Ajax.
Yeah, because they had a particular structure or model. For us, we hire one 4-2-3-1 manager. We then hire one 4-4-2 manager. Then we hire one 4-3-3 manager. Then we hire one back three manager. Then we sack that manager, keep his assistant, and then we got Mason who tries all form of tactics. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like this season has been that sort of season, even guys. Forget about Spurs having a proper philosophy for the last 5-6 years. We don't even have a proper philosophy or a footballing DNA for in just 1 year or last few months. It changed quite a bit. Uh,
I mean,
and there's this guy actually in Malaysia. He used to be a former Leicester player. He was chatting with me once, and he
Kazaki,
said that
is it
for
Shinjiro Kazaki?
sorry.
Is it Shinjiro Kazaki, that guy?
No.
Or
I can't reveal that guy's name. He would rather keep his name private. But I was talking to this particular individual, and he was saying to me that the constant change of tactics when managers do that, it's not helpful as a team. Like you need to have a particular DNA, you need to have a particular model which you follow in order to have a consistency in your game. The managers who succeed, the managers who do well in the Prem, and the players who do well in the Prem as well, they are used to that particular model. Those kind of players really flourish, and those kind of teams really go further. And he was telling me that yes, Leicester used to build around that model at one point as well. Uh, I would try and if I can get that particular guy on a stream one day. He has some really good football knowledge because he used to be a former player as well for Leicester, Leicester's youth team. So he knows kind of like how youth coaching is done and all that. And I think he coached players sometime in Malaysia and some of the international schools as well. And his okay, I won't give more details about this guy. Well, the transfer window is basically been based around us getting players from relegated teams like Koch, centre back, Victor Anderson, Galatasaray centre back, Barnes and Madison, Harrison of Leeds, Solomon. Yeah, actually, some of these players that are from the relegated teams, like Harrison, is not a bad player. Barnes and Madison, not bad. If we can get them, why
Barnes
not?
and
Like,
Madison are the real deal, bro. Madison number 10, the one you need, man, for the creativity.
if Madison comes and play behind Kane, wow, that would be terrific, terrific game. But would Daniel Levy get us those kind of players? I don't know.
No, he
Uh,
won't, man.
I think we definitely need to implement Victor Nelson, not Anderson. I think.
Yes.
Victor Nelson is it Victor Nelson or Anderson? Like even I haven't looked at that. Is it the Getasri guy that we are talking about from the Danish league? If Victor Enoch Nelson, if that's what you're talking about,
It's the
Hurricane number
geezer
10.
from the Dane.
Yeah, it's Victor Nelson then, not Victor Anderson. Victor Anderson is a Palace player, right?
Yeah, he's a Palace. No, no, that's Joachim Anderson. Joachim Anderson, the captain, the
Sorry, guys. Victor Anderson is a badminton player. Victor Anderson is a badminton player, not a what you call it, uh,
footballer.
football player. Big up Will Potter. Madison is never joining. Yes, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this Anderson one as well. I particularly think that Anderson might end up at a team like Newcastle, or because he wants. I think he's kind of like what you call it. Uh, he wants to play in Champions League, so I think he
Yeah, I
might go
want
to
to play in that Champions
Newcastle
League.
or
Yeah,
the likes
Joachim
of
Anderson.
Liverpool as well. I think Liverpool may
Or
happen as
even
well.
Liverpool too. He could chuck in there. I mean, even this geezer too. That geezer again. I mean, Bella Kotchap, aka Bella Ketchup. He's even linked to Spurs.
Yep, yep. Madison is never joining. We shall see. Apparently, actually, I don't know. There are certain rumors. Some people say that he used to be a gooner. Some people say that he used to be a. Some people say that he used to be a sports fan. Like I don't know. Uh, and yeah,
Yeah,
there's some
Madison.
comments here. Scott, I'm sorry, made Victor Nelson CB, Galatasaray CB, Leverkusen as well. Who is it? CB.
Jonathan Tah. He's the Bayern. No, not Bayern. He's the Bayer Leverkusen centre back who's left-footed. He's Jonathan.
He's 27
He's got.
years. Ta is 27. Is he good actually? Minerals?
Yeah, he's good, but the only weaknesses in his game is slow.
His pace. Yeah, I guess that's.
Yeah, and Bayer Leverkusen play a highline too, but he definitely has like good attributes in terms of interceptions and his goal line clearances.
Yeah, all good. I get names all the time. Just wanted to correct it in case someone wanted to look him up. Yeah, so thanks, Scotty. Victor Anderson is a badminton player actually. Uh, Bang average for a badminton player. I wouldn't want him even in a badminton team. What more of Spurs? I agree with Will Potter. Madison is not coming. We don't sign stars, and he'll want to double his 110 grand wages, which Newcastle will happily do so.
Newcastle will give
Uh,
him like 200 maybe.
we don't sign stars, and he'll want to double his 110 grand wages with Newcastle. Will happily do so. Uh, okay. There are few things actually about about this guy that I really don't know. Like seriously, he has some form of interest at Spurs maybe, but depends also like it also depends. Like let's say if Newcastle is getting a better player, they already have a Madison type of player, they may go for someone even better. Then maybe yes, we have a sign that yes, Madison may want to join us because Newcastle can spend like really big. They now even have Champions League money. Their owners inject money into the team, so they have big investments, guys, in the team, in terms of their revenue and stuff. So it will be really interesting. Joachim Anderson at Palace. Yeah, I think that's a Palace player. I don't care what club medicine follows. He's got the 39 goal contributions in two consecutive seasons. Yeah, he's a great player. Like, guys, don't get me wrong.
It's very incredible,
I would
man.
want him at Spurs. I would love to have him at Spurs. Like, I've been wanting him at Spurs for quite long. But again, the thing is, would he come to Spurs? Given the project that we have, what's our selling point, guys, at the moment? Like when we want to appeal to this kind of place, we are not even in Champions League. We are not even in Europe, for crying out loud, guys. Like which
I
players would
think
want to
it's
come to us? Minerals, yes.
I think it's because, let me guess. Tell what will be the only attractive. Yeah, the only attractiveness, yeah, would be the stadium and Disney FC and Beyonce. You know what I mean? At the stadium.
Exactly, mate. Seriously, like that's what I don't get. Like when people say that, oh, we should be getting medicine and players like that. Yeah, it was Yokum. Uh, I don't know what's going on. You changed the name few time already, bro. Uh, I like a CB at Leverkusen, 6 feet 4 tall and command his area. Yeah, that's that. Let's see.
He's a
I would
leader.
look
He's
at,
a leader.
guys, if you want me to do transfer shows or player analysis show, let me know in the comments as well. Like if you want me to talk about particular players that we are linked with, I would do some research on them, and then I would do maybe some short videos talking about, let's say, the CB at Leverkusen or James Madison, players like Victor Nelson, and all these players who we are linked with in the summer. What I'll do is I will do a research on them. I would look at some of their, I would look at their videos. I would look at their games, and then I will combine like what do I think of these players. Do you, if you guys want me to do that, I would do that as well. And maybe what I'll do is I'll discuss some of these players with some experts, and then maybe invite them to come on to in during the summer and talk about these players, and maybe do some short videos. That all that sort of content would be coming in summer. In summer I am actually going to do a bit more content, and then in August actually I will do even more content because I'll be a bit more free in August. So yeah, if you guys want to catch on all this kind of content, we are going on for 1 hour 41 minutes already, and see what else you guys want to talk about. uh if you guys have more topics, I would love to continue as well. So yeah, Daniel
I
Levy
mean,
dancing at Beyonce concert is just his PR spin of him giving the middle finger to the Levy out fans.
exactly.
Exactly. Like that guy, he's shameless beyond borderline. Like the club is in shambles. Like we as fans, guys, seriously are sometimes stressed talking about who we should sign, which manager coming in, who would be the footballing director. And this guy, his job is to get those things done, and he is dancing at a Beyonce concert. That's the shameless type of manager that you can ever get. I get that, yes, maybe you want to enjoy once in a while and all that, but dancing at a Beyonce concert and having all this sort of nonsense, it doesn't make sense. I get that maybe there's this thing called work-life balance. You're enjoying your life once in a while. I get that. But that guy is borderline extremely shameless. That's the one word I would put Daniel Levy in.
Yeah, man. He very shameless, man. Like he doesn't brush his teeth, yeah, with success, yeah. No Colgate, yeah. He brushes his teeth, yeah, with whiskey and all that, and all the events, right? That's a new
I don't
code.
care what I don't care what toothpaste he use, or I don't care even if he brushes teeth with whiskey. I want my club to do well. I want players. I want good managers to come in. I want to see a project. I want to see him backing managers. I want to see him.
Exactly.
I want to see
And
something
making
good
Spurs
at football,
competitive. And making
making
Spurs
us
look like a
competitive,
decent.
get us back to the title winning days. I just want that from Daniel Levy. I don't care what toothpaste he used. I don't care what he used to wash his teeth. I really don't care. But he,
No, no, I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
yeah, yeah, I know,
I'm
I know,
not
I know, I
talking
know.
about
I'm
him.
just ranting, bro. I'm just ranting.
Oh.
I'm not angry at you, bro.
No, no, I'm not saying you're angry at me. I'm just saying when I said tooth, I was just it was for another code and another. I was trying to use another analogy.
Oh, okay, okay, good one. Maybe we are giving Daniel Levy ideas to get a new toothpaste deal for the Spurs club. We might have an official toothpaste soon. Minerals, is your TV on in the background?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can you switch it off? Because yeah, that's not helpful actually. Yeah, so guys, let me know in the comments as well in the video. I think I'm gonna wrap up this show because a lot of you are. I think that's all that I had for today. Guys, I'll be back next week as well around the same time. Maybe I'll start the show a bit early so all those UK fans can join in a bit early. Just that today I couldn't start a bit early because there was some shows going on a bit earlier, so I couldn't start a bit of an earlier show. But maybe next week I'll start around, let's say, 10-11 p.m. UK time, and we see how we go on. 10 p.m. UK, if that's good, so that all the UK fans as well who are awake, they can join us as well, and then some of the US fans, because then that kind of time kind of balance as well, that the prime time in US and then the slightly later night in in UK. So if you haven't already, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're new to this channel and you don't know much of stuff, you have any feedback for me, put your stuff in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. What players would you like me to analyze? Let me know which transfer would you like me to look at, which players, which league. I might do even certain shows like comparing certain leagues this season, comparing some stats and all that sort of stuff, comparing, looking even at some Asian players as well. If you all know any players who play in like leagues which we don't really look at, let's say good prospects in Asia, because I live in Asia. Like, let's say any good players you have heard of in Malaysian league, any good players you guys have heard of in the Japanese league, and you guys think that yes, maybe we should talk about that sort of stuff a little bit. And during the summer, I won't be focusing completely on Spurs. I would be looking at some other stuff in football as well. In July, by the way, guys, we will be starting our ladies show as well. So what I'll be doing is I'll be getting some ladies to come on, and we will be looking at the ladies World Cup and see if it's coming home or not. Uh, because our ladies deserve some form of a form of encouragement as well. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm thinking of forming a panel with ladies, certain ladies, lady YouTubers, and then what I'll do is that during the lady football World Cup days, I will be doing some a daily, or after 1 or 2 days, we'll be discussing certain results from the ladies football World Cup as well, and then we'll see that journey. We'll do some watch alongs for the ladies World Cup as well, and yeah, all that good stuff coming in the summer. And then weekly we'll be doing dad jokes as usual. All that good stuff coming as step ups first. So make sure you hit the
Yeah, man.
subscribe, hit
Big
the
up, man. Step
like,
up Spurs, man.
up the
Big up Elias,
minerals.
man. Minerals General, after Minerals FC. Let's have it right. We mad the wrong ones
Thanks,
over
minerals.
here.
I got the title minerals channel. Yep.
General. Elias, one of our own.
Yep. And also we'll do some watch alongs also for what you call it,
Nations
the
League. The Nations League.
Nations League as well. Yeah, I think that's starting as well. And then we'll also do watch alongs and some post match and pre match shows for the preseason, the ones that's happening in Bangkok, Perth, and Singapore. So all that good stuff coming. Make sure you guys follow me,
Yeah, come
and
and follow him, man.
I'm done
Landing the
for
minerals, man.
today.
Minerals General.
I'm done for today. Good night to all those of you in UK. Good evening to all those of you in US. Good morning to all those of you in Australia. I'm out of here. Bye for now.
See you.